Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel and another video on Serious About Salvage. So firstly, if it seems a little bit dark in here, it's only like dinner time, but it's been snowing, so all the windows, all the roof lights are covered in snow, so it's a little bit darker than usual, so I do apologise about that. Right, today's video, new car. Bit of a story to tell you about this one. It's not turned up in the exact state I was hoping it was going to, which is unfortunate because it was supposed to be one of them really easy fixes and it was at the right money, but now we've got a little bit more work to do than we should have had, but these things happen. Let's have a look at it and I'll explain to you what's gone on. So it is a Fiat 500X. We've had one before, you remember that burgundy red one, dark red. They're alright little cars, these, you know, they're quite big though. It can't be associated with the Fiat 500, that's for sure, because they're a lot bigger. And yeah, it has so much going for it, this car. It's an early one, it's a 65 plate. Sorry about that, had to plug the camera in. So yeah, it's an early 65 plate. It's the 1.6 diesel, but it's only got 30,000 miles on it. It's got great tread all round, rear parking sensors. It's a 500X Cross, obviously, so it's a decent spec. They're nice enough cars, these, honestly. That red one drove really, really nice. It really did. So this car was listed as accident damage, which I don't think it is accident damage, and I'll get to that point soon, but we'll just walk around it quickly first. So, broken quarter glass there. This glass isn't broke, I've just put it down. We've got this damage on the front, okay? And then if you walk around the rest of it, there's nothing other than the little mark just down here. All this black will buff off. There's just a very, very tiny dent there. I mean, it's nothing really, it's nothing. Other than that, looks to be in really good condition. Obviously, it's a bit frozen at the minute. I can't see everything. But, I mean, inside is nice. Nice seats. Doesn't really matter. Oh, hey. Yeah, everything's here. Parcel shelf. There's some stuff in the back that I haven't got to yet. Right, okay, so the reason why I believe this was listed wrong as accident damage, because in the photos, none of this damage was on the car. This has happened in the salvage yard when they've been moving cars around. Now, these things happen. They happen quite a lot. It's just a nature of the business. You can understand it, you know, the stacking cars up in yards. There's probably 1,000 cars in there, so the place is tight. They're running up and down with forklift trucks, moving hundreds of cars a day. Accidents like this are going to happen. It's fine, it happens. And obviously I picked up on this when I was collecting it, and I pulled them up on it, and they've given me £350 off the car. Okay. Will I get it fixed in 350 quid is debatable. We're just going to have to find out about that. I think we're going to have to probably have this bonnet repaired, painted, bumper can be repaired, no issues, replace the headlight, and we'll see. But, I mean, it's fine. These things happen, like I said, I'm not bothered. So bear in mind that damage wasn't there. All it had was this smashed window, and if you look inside, there's no key barrel. The key barrel has been taken out. So this car is obviously a stolen recovered vehicle, but it wasn't listed as that. Which, I mean, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. We all make our own presumptions with these cars. You don't go off the listings, you can't do. Because how are they to know what's happened to the car? Unless the insurance company have told them, which, do they or don't they? I don't know. But they're aware there's no barrel, because it says no key barrel, key 173, doesn't start or drive, and the boot is locked. So what are we going to do today? Well, we do have a key with the car. There is a key there. The key will go in. Obviously, they removed the barrel completely. The key will go in and locate in something, and you can turn it. Obviously, nothing happens because the battery is dead, but you can turn the ignition. And somewhere, I mean, that's probably, is it there, that black ring there is the ring that picks up on the chip in the blade. So you don't need the barrel, as long as you can turn the end and the chip is picked up, the vehicle should start. So, I mean, we're going to go through all that because there's no guarantee they've gone and done that. They might not place the key in there and tried it, so we can give that a go and see what happens. You never know, because we have quite often bought cars that aren't supposed to run and drive. They've started straight up, and they've been far easier repair than we thought. So that's probably the first thing to do. The car, like I said, well, I don't think it is completely dead. I think it does have a bit of power. Oh. Let's put that on. I mean, the bonnet needs to be open. Let's just open the bonnet. Do this with one hand. So yeah, there's your 1.6 turbo diesel. I think they're about 140 horse or something. So, like, it's the same engine as the last one, but it drove fine. There were plenty of power in it. Let's have a look inside. We've also got the bottom cover missing under here as well. Maybe it's in the boot. There's your OBD connection. I mean, nothing's been snipped. But yeah, this screams stolen recovered, doesn't it? Genuine 500 format. Right, so we see if we've got any power. Yes. So yeah, 30,207 miles. Let's turn that off. I mean, they're nice enough in here. We've got a check airbag light, but I mean, we're going to have lights on. It doesn't mean that specifically there's actually going to be any errors. It's just because the batteries have been flat. They usually just need clearing, and they all go. Right, so foot on clutch. What happens? Well, the battery's not got enough in it, so it's not going to do a lot. Booster time. Let's get the top done. JS3000. Tell you what, like I said before, it might be a Chinese make or whatever it is, but this booster doesn't half do well, honestly. I don't know why you always have to use the boost function. You can't just connect it up, because it does turn on when you put it on. There, see, it does light up, but you have to put the boost on. Let's try that again. Sorry if it's a bit wavy on the camera. I'm holding this up with the same hand, so it's a bit tricky. Touch down. What do we think? No. Let's turn it back on. I think I just saw something there. Keypad lock sign. Not sure if you can see it. I'll see if it circles, comes back round. Let's keep going. Alright, there, just going through them. Where that spanner is, just keep watching there, see if we can get a bit closer. There. Keypad. That's immobiliser. That's the immobiliser light. Right, okay, so it looks like they've obviously reset, cleared the coding. Hold on a minute. This is obviously a Fiat key. Was the last Fiat 500 not a different key, 500X? I know these are Fiat 500 keys, but they're using a lot of Fiats. The last Fiat 500X, didn't it have a more squared off key? That's strange. Let's turn this off. Let's try something. Is this the right key for this car? It's not even the right key for the car. This isn't the right key. This isn't this car's key. I know there's no battery on it, it doesn't matter. Doesn't work in the door lock. This isn't the right key for this car. Well, that's not a great help, is it? We've got a random key. Extra damage. Okay. I mean, being a random key doesn't really matter because I'm going to have to get a barrel with a pair of keys to match anyway. But it does stop us from trying this unless I can, one of my scanners do have a key programming function. I think it's worth a go, seeing if we can program this to this car, purely just for experimenting whether, well, to make sure it runs. Obviously it doesn't get us around the barrel issue or door lock issue, I'm going to have to deal with that, but it would get us to the point where, well, if it works, it would see if the car runs, wouldn't it? It's got to be, I think we'll do that. Should we give that a go? Why not? Right. You might as well give me a moment now just to get myself set up, because I have to get the scanner, get it plugged in. And we can only try it, can't we? See if we can make the best out of a bad situation, because we're not getting very far, are we, with this? Unfortunately. So yeah, bear with me a minute, I'll be back. Okay, we are ready. I've got the ignition turned on. And the keys in. So, I mean, I don't know the process, so key programming. Disclaimer. We are in a Fiat, aren't we? Fiat. I don't know if this is going to work, but seeing as we have it, we might as well try it. Program key. Europe. Doesn't show 500X. Is the 500? I presume the 500L is the same base. 12 onwards. Let's go back and try. Let's just have a look. Right, that doesn't show it. 500X, China market 500X, that'll do. Failed to connect. Right, that didn't work. USA. Failed to connect. Right, okay, let's try this 500L then. No, it doesn't look like we can even connect to it. I don't know. No, it's not like that. All I can do is go through a few of these, see if I can get anything to connect. And I'll have to come back to you in a moment, see if I can get anywhere. Right, it doesn't look like we're going to get anywhere with this, mainly because the battery is absolutely ghost. So first thing I need to do is go and get a battery. I mean, I can go and get a battery, that's not an issue. And then, should we come back and have another go and see if we can get this to connect at all? I don't think I'm going to get it to do it, I'll be honest with you. But I do want to make sure before I go ahead and decide what I'm going to do about all this. I mean, it's not been off. I don't see how the ring can be unplugged. I mean, it's regardless anyway. This isn't the right key for the car, is it? Simple as that. It's not the right key. What I might do though is pull off the cowling and just make sure the ring is plugged in and go from there. But yeah, we're going to have to put a pause on this. I'll go and get a battery and then we will come back and just make sure this won't program, because I need to know before I move on, really. So yeah, I'll be back as soon as possible. Right, I'm back with a bit of an update. Unfortunately, I can't get a battery for it today. So my only option there is I'll throw this on a charger overnight and see if it comes back to life. In terms of how we're going to proceed with this, I've contacted all the local breakers that have got these in, and none of them have got the lock sets, or the cars aren't there anymore, or the only option I've got now is there is ignition barrels on eBay with a key. It's a proper big square fob key with the ones that it should come with. So we can swap the barrel over. We'll have to get the key coded back to the car. The only thing then, our problem is the key isn't going to match this door lock, and I don't see any way around that other than to have another key cut, just a normal blade cut for the door lock for emergency purposes, because obviously the new fob will unlock and lock it off the fob, no issues, and the key will work in the ignition. It's just the key won't work in there if for any reason the fob stops working or the battery dies. Because then on the flip side, whatever key I get cut for that isn't going to work in the ignition. I don't know what other options I've got, because no breakers have got the full lock set. So yeah, unless anyone's got any bright ideas, I think that's the line I'm going to go down. Unfortunately. I mean, I might even get another proper fob cut for it, so at least they've got two fobs. And then obviously that key as well, so it'll have three keys in the end, but gives another chance that there'll be a fob working at all times. Do you get me? I don't know what else I can do. In terms of the damage, I've ordered an headlight. Like I said, this bonnet's going to have to get fixed, so I need to straighten that up. Luckily, the damage just stopped before it's got to the double skin. So it's just this single skin on the end, so that'll bend round easy. And it's going to have to be filled and painted. And obviously this bumper is quite easily repairable. We'll see how much it costs, but it costs whatever it costs, really, doesn't it? It's got to be fixed, got to be repaired. So I stood on some headlights. So this car, without this damage here, I paid pretty much smack on £3,000 for. So it should have been literally a set of keys, a barrel, replace the glass, service, done. That's what it should have been. Now obviously with this extra, bearing in mind they did give me £350 off it, so in reality it stands me here at £2,650. So it'll be okay. It's just a bit extra work and hassle with a paint shop and stuff, that's all. But the main thing is, first of all, getting this this key situation thing. And when it's cranking, the engine sounds perfectly fine, so I'm 99.9% sure it's literally just a case of getting the key coded, new barrel in it, and this car will fire up straight up. Everything looks perfect. I don't know. Well, they haven't gone. Whoever's robbed it hasn't gone far in it, I don't think. It's really good condition otherwise. Loads of tread. Could be a great car. It's just unfortunate there's nothing else we can do now in this video, so it's been a bit of a nothing video, so I do apologise. But this is an exercise we had to go through with, otherwise we wouldn't have found out about this key being the wrong key. It is a weird one. It does say key 173, doesn't it, you see, so. Key no barrel. Yeah, strange. I mean, to back up my thought process on this key, I did check eBay and all the keys that come back to a Fiat 500X and this design. Like I said, this is a Fiat 500 key. Same for the Fiat Punto as well. But this one it's a bigger, squarer key. And like I said, it just doesn't do anything. It don't work. So, and there's nothing wrong with the lock. So, there's no damage to it. They obviously haven't damaged the lock to get in. They put that through, haven't they? So I also need to send this to my window man and see what he thinks about that. Right, yeah, that is going to be it for this video. The boot's deadlocked. Well, it might not, but it might open now. Oh, it's open now, yes! It's open, I wanted to look in here. It's a bit of an anticlimax. We've got a dog bed. I haven't got a dog though, so a bit of screen wash, that's always handy. Alright, let's have a look through this little bit. Glass cleaner. Ring, that's going to be a pump, isn't it? Yeah, that's a pump. Someone wants to visit and come on camera. No, he's not coming in, he's scared. 1 minute, I'll be back. I'm back. It is funny, if you need to get rid of people out of unit, turn camera on and you'll soon bloody see them all run off. No one wants to be on camera. I'm wondering what this is. What is this? It's quite heavy. Oh, what is it? Oh right, it's the jack kit. Oh, I weren't expecting that, I'll be honest. What's this? It's just a chock from... Oh right, you put it under your wheel. Oh, that's pretty clever, isn't it, really? That's nice. All original. Looking wheel nut. Where is that? So yeah, we've got a full kit. Then we've got a funnel, if we need a funnel. A full kit in there. Hopefully locking wheel nuts somewhere. So, nothing. Ah, yes. That's two. Two locking wheel nut keys. Not the same. I like buses, aren't they? You don't see one for hours and then two come along at the same time. Alright, well we've got everything we need. Other than some keys to make it run. Yeah, right, okay, so... I mean, that's it, yeah, like I said, I apologise, we've not done anything. I've done my best. I thought it was going to go a different way, this video, I'll be honest with you. But it's not. That's the way it is. So at least we now know what we need for this car, and I'm sure I'll get a barrel in it. If it runs, this is going to be Such an easy fix. Swap headlight out, bend bonnet straight, send it paint shop. It's done, innit? It's done. Right, thank you for watching. Massively appreciated. I will see you in the next video. Cheers.